What's going on, guys? Mr. Bricksquack back here with another video. So today finally marks the end of the Mandalorian Lego set kind of series. I guess not officially the end because the movie will be coming out very, very soon. And I'm sure that will have plenty of sets to come with it. But at least for the 3 seasons of the TV show, this is kind of the end. So this set marks the end of season 3. And of course, it is Paz Vizsla and Moff Gideon's battle. So this is where Paz Vizsla gets ambushed by those 3 Praetorian Guards, obviously. So this isn't 100% accurate because I don't think Moff Gideon himself actually fights Paz, but I could be totally wrong about that. Maybe I'm misremembering the scene, but I'm pretty sure there's 3 guards and, you know, they end up taking him out. Moff Gideon does his own little battle with, I think, Grogu and Mandalorian and Bo-Katan. But anyway, it's complicated. But regardless, this goes very, very well with the ambush on Mandalore battle pack. Obviously, it's kind of its own thing. It's a sort of a solo scene, so it doesn't really like go, you know, with like the normal battle pack flow of things. So you really only need 1 of these sets. Unfortunately, you don't get 3 guards fit. You only get 2. So, you know, it is what it is. It's a really cool set to kind of, you know, conclude things. Again, this is from, like, I think, if not the last episode, then, like, the second to last episode of the Mandalorian show. So, yeah, this is really, really cool. Really excited to have this, and I'm going to go ahead and build it now. So, tune in with you guys afterwards. Alrighty, guys, went ahead and unboxed Paz Vizsla and Moff Gideon battle. Obviously, cool box art, just kind of shows the scene. Then you got the back side here, which kind of shows some of the play features on the set. So again, not a traditional battle pack, more of like a scene. It's a little bit more expensive too. I believe it's like $45, which is a little bit ridiculous. I think I got it with double points, so not too crazy. But this has a total of 3 numbered bags plus an instruction manual, and I believe a small sticker sheet as well, which is unfortunate because really this set shouldn't have any stickers. I mean, come on. It's a tiny set, dude. But anyway, yeah, just very basic instruction manual and everything. So hopefully this will be a fun, quick build, but tune in with you guys afterwards. Alrighty, guys, just finished the build of the Moff Gideon versus Paz Vizsla battle. It took me about 45 minutes. Pretty fun build overall. Definitely really enjoyed it. If I had to rate the build process overall, I'd probably give it a solid 8 out of 10. Very classic build techniques and everything is very cool. It's like almost like building like a little base. So yeah, pretty neat. Now, taking a look at the minifigures here, first of all, we have obviously Paz Vizsla, you know, our protagonist in this story. He has his minigun, which is a lot more elaborate than the one he got in the Armor's Mandalorian Forge set, which is pretty cool. He has this little backpack right there as well. The helmet and the armor, both looking very, very snazzy. Then you have the Moff Gideon, which is... honestly, a lot of people really hype up this set, and this minifigure, and I don't really get it. It looks cool. I mean, it has some decent prints and everything, but it does look a little bit plain to me. There's no arm printing or anything. There's this little backpack right here, I guess, which is cool, but yeah, it's just a normal kind of figure, I guess. Nothing really special. He does come with a pretty accurate face, I would say, and then you can also put this little hair piece on him. To make him look, you know, like, I guess, in his normal state. Just turn this around. Not the greatest hairpiece, considering that Moff Gideon is pretty much kind of like baldish. So, yeah, it doesn't really work for me. Looks like he's like Black Dracula or something. That just doesn't look right. Then you have the Praetorian Guards, which are probably actually my favorite figures in the set. Nothing really special about them, I would say, but they look really, really accurate. And I like the red color and everything. Each of these guards gets its own special weapon. So this one gets this like double-sided kind of blade thing. And this guy gets a giant stick. So yeah, pretty neat. Decent minifigure lineup, but I wouldn't say it's anything super special. Now, taking a look at the set itself and kind of some of the aesthetics that it has, it's a pretty cool looking set. These parts are all stickers, which honestly, not the worst thing in the world, I guess. This is actually a printed piece, I believe, so not too bad there. You have these really cool pieces, actually. These are some of my favorite pieces in the entire set. This is really neat the way they did this. It's actually just a giant molded piece to make it look like you have some cool artwork in there. So that's actually sorry, not artwork, rock work. So that's pretty cool. You have this little control panel right here, which I believe has the Imperial Light Cruiser on there, which is a very neat feature. And I believe that's another sticker detail. Then you have this kind of top turret thing, which kind of spins around, so pretty neat. We'll take a look at that in a second. Then you have this door. Unfortunately, this is a very ugly section. This is more for functionality than anything, but I will kind of show you guys that in a second. We got this little lamppost here, which is neat. But yeah, and then we have another one of these, these rock work pieces, which, again, those are my favorite pieces in the set. So very, very cool that we have a couple of these. But yeah, aesthetically, nothing super special. I will say the door looks pretty cool. The way they did the kind of V shape is pretty neat. But yeah, nothing, whoa, that just came off. Nothing really crazy there, but pretty decent looking, just nothing crazy. Now, taking a look at some of the play features in the set, again, I already kind of went over this one. This one spins. You can put someone on top of there. And also you can shoot this. So if you actually press this, it kind of shoots. So that's pretty neat. This little crate in here is actually completely detachable. You can put it on here, or you can put it on here. I think this just makes more sense, especially in terms of the layout of the scene. You can, in fact, remove the top, which I'll probably have to do right here. And this has thermite, just like the other crate in the previous set has the battle pack, the what's it called? Ambush on Mandalore battle pack. Sorry, totally forgot that one. But yeah, pretty neat. You can actually put this on Moff Gideon, so you can, like, you know, put his arm on there, whatever. So you can give him a little weapon. I think that's pretty neat, but nothing crazy. Anyway, yeah, so... Oh, I just put that on wrong. But yeah, you can go ahead and put this back on. Again, that's kind of play feature number 2, I would say. And you can kind of just leave it hanging if you don't want to put it on there securely, and it's not a big deal or anything. But the sort of the main play feature of this set, actually, this is the interesting one. And I'm very mixed about how I feel about this. So we'll actually look at it from the front just so it looks cooler. But you can actually pull this up. And if you pull it up, you know, not enough, then it'll just, you know, fall back down. Whoop-de-doo. But you pull it up far enough, it'll actually kind of rest on its own. And you'll wonder how it's doing that. Well, if you look at the back here, it's actually resting on this little Technic piece right here, which is pretty neat. So you can actually keep this open and do like a little battle scene right there. And then whenever you want to actually just, you know, put it back down, all you have to do is press this. And boom. It's a cool mechanism. I would prefer if it was just one, like, singular attached thing. I honestly thought they were going to go with some, like, fancy, like, connected rubber band thing there, but alas, that did not happen. But yeah, it's a little bit clunky too, because if you don't pull it up far enough, there's a little bit of resistance, and so it just takes a little bit, you know. But yeah, you can put it back down. The close, I will say the falling down is very smooth mechanism, but not my favorite thing in the world. I think it's a neat attempt and everything, but it's just not great. And again, from the back, if you look at it from the back, it looks just kind of ugly. I mean, not the best thing in the world. So the way it works is this piece right here actually is kind of what's controlling it. So when you pull it up like this, it kind of ramps up like that, and then you can see that the tension from that causes it to lift up. So it's pretty cool, actually. I'm an engineer, so I think it's a pretty cool mechanism, but it's just not executed perfectly. But it's a neat attempt, again, and I do like the fact that this does have some play feature to it. So this is how I ended up just kind of displaying my thing. You got Paz Vizsla in the middle. You have 2 Praetorian Guards attacking him from each side. Again, not lore accurate because there's supposed to be a third, but yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, it's a pretty neat setup. And then, of course, you got this thermite thing, which is now just kind of weirdly sitting off to the side, but not a big deal. And then, yeah, of course, you got Moff Gideon at the top operating little gun thing, which, again, is probably completely lore inaccurate, but it's cool that it's a feature, so. Now, guys, kind of the reason I got this set in the first place, the moment you all been waiting for, is actually so these can clip together. So there's a couple ways you can actually do this. You'll notice that on this set, you have like a little clip right there. And then you also have a little attachment point right there. And it's the same with this set. You have a little attachment point right there. And then you'll also have like a little clip right here. So there's kind of 2 ways you can attach these things. So the first way, which I think is not the quote-unquote correct way, but it is a way you can do it. It's actually by connecting it like this. It looks kind of awkward, not the best looking, but it does work. It's just kind of, again, not really accurate. The better way to do it, which is I think the way they show it's on the instruction manual, is you see this clip right here and this right here. You can actually clip these together like so. Oh, it's gonna be a little hard to do it with one hand. Apologize, guys. Oh my god, it's like breaking apart. Ah! I swear it's possible. My god. Okay, apologize, guys. Had to do a little cut there. It is very hard to do it with one hand, so make sure you got two available. But yeah, it looks really cool. You can actually have a little bit of degrees of motion. You can't do it with the other side. You know, this side is the only one that gives you kind of some range of motions. You can actually do it like this, which is really neat. Kind of all fits together, well together. Or you can do it like this. But yeah, it's pretty neat. It looks really nice. It kind of just blends in like very well together. Again, you can do it the other way too, and that one actually saves you a little bit more space in the sense that you know, you only have to do like kind of horizontal length as opposed to, you know, going into deep. This is more of like a square pattern, and so you can actually extend this honestly and probably build like some really cool stuff if you have multiple of these sets. I would only get one of these sets. Get multiple of these. You can actually probably clip one to here and one to here and get some pretty neat scenes out of that. So yeah, I definitely see like a ton of potential when it comes to that. But yeah, it's a pretty neat feature, and I definitely like the complementary aspect of these two sets. They definitely need to do that for more Lego Star Wars sets. It's just very, very fun thing to do for sure. And it gives people a reason to buy more sets. So I don't see why Lego doesn't do it more. And as usual, guys, I do not rate battle packs. I consider this kind of a battle pack. So I'll just give it a big thumbs up. I do like the set. It's not as good as the Ambush on Mandalore set. I think this is definitely one of the most goated like battle packs of all time. This is just okay. It's a fun set to have. Get one of them just to get the figures and everything. Maybe buy like a Praetorian Guard off of Whatnot or something like that just so you can complete the scene. And then get a couple of these and, you know, kind of build up your army if you're really into the Mandalorian sets. I'm probably not going to do that. I don't have enough money for that, but it's a cool idea and definitely a huge plus of getting many of these sets. So yeah, definitely a great combo, and I give it my thumbs up. Anyway, guys, that marks the end of my Mandalorian kind of saga, actually. I don't think I'll be uploading any more sets from the show. Except for, well, I guess I'll do a re-upload of the UCS Razor Crest, I think. That's kind of the only thing. And then, you know, if they have any new sets from the Mandalorian movie, then I'll go ahead and do those. But as for the show, I think this is kind of the farewell. Again, ending my series just like how the show ends with this scene. So anyway, guys, hope you really enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed making it. If you did like it, please leave a like down below. If you have any feedback, whether it's negative or positive, please feel free to leave it in the comments below. If you like my videos and want to check out more, please subscribe to Mr. Brickswag. Helps me out a lot, doesn't cost you anything. And please stay tuned for more LEGO Star Wars videos. Peace out, guys.